All right, so honor your body as always. This is gonna be advanced, so rollovers, lots of rolling around, so I'm not gonna give as many options. So do what you can, honor your body. All right, so start lying down on the mat. Go ahead and reach the arms back behind you. Find this big good morning stretch. And take another big breath in. Feel the ribs, the lungs fill up with air. And then as you exhale, let the ribs soften down into the mat. Pick the arms up to the ceiling. Hug those legs together. As the arms lower down, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Float the legs up if that's for you. Start pumping here for your 100. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Each time you exhale, pull the belly away from the thighs and reach your toes longer. And this pump of the arms comes from your upper back. Let's do 10 and 5, all the way down. Reach the arms back, flex your feet, pick the arms back up, broaden the collarbone, roll yourself up and over. Just round forward and then roll yourself back. Find some energy down through the back of the legs. Lift the ribs as you come up and over. And then back down. And because I'm trying to cram a lot of things into a short amount of time, right, we might do some shortened reps all the way down. Good, last one here. Come all the way up, 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 up. Make sure you have enough room behind you to do your rollover. All right, and then roll all the way back down. Plant the arms down into the mat. Point the toes, keep the hug of the legs. Float the legs up and over. Pause here at the top. Weight is in your shoulders. Open the legs a little bit, flex your feet, and then roll down. Lower the legs down to your working angle. Point the toes, hug the legs. Legs go up and over. Press down into those arms. Open, flex, and then lengthen as you come all the way down. Bring the legs together, point the toes up and over. Open, flex, come all the way down. We'll just do one in the reverse. So keep the feet flexed, legs open, and point the toes, hug the legs together, and then roll all the way down. Once your hips hit, pause here. Lower your left leg all the way down, flex that foot, single leg circle. Cross the body, down and around. Cross the body, down and around. And pause at the top, just 3 in the opposite direction. Find those chest expansion arms. Keep the ribs heavy. Last one, scissor switch. Clip off that big toe. Inhale across, exhale the leg down and around. Keep working length out through the crown of the head. And you reverse across the room. Allow that hip to lift as you cross the body. Last one here. Make the leg longer as it lowers all the way down. So point the toes, hug those legs together. Start to reach your arms towards your toes. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Kind of pass through your 100 position. Bend your knees. Grab onto your shins or your ankles for your rolling like a ball. So press the shins up and into your hands. Pull back with your arms. Keep the rounded shape. Inhale as you rock back. And then exhale up. Inhale back. And exhale up. Really work that drive of the hips up to the ceiling. Rock the hips up to the ceiling. And you're trying to find that balance. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Come all the way up and balance, hold here. I'm gonna scoot back so you can see me. Take your hands to your right shin. Extend your left leg out as you roll back to the tips of your shoulder blades. Single leg stretch and switch. So yes, you're pulling on the shin, but you're also pushing the shin up and into the hands. Let's do 3 and 2 and 1. Hug both knees in. You're a tiny little ball. Press the legs out as your arms go back. Open the arms out to the side. Reach them to your thighs and then hug the knees in. Even I got ahead of myself. Again, big stretch. Circle around and then hug back in. Again, feel like you're pushing the legs away and then all the way back in. Last one here. Hold. Right leg comes straight up. Left leg lowers down. Grab onto that right leg. Give it a pull, pull. or a push-push, whichever, and switch. So for my tight people, work more of a push of the leg into the hands rather than the pull, pull. All right, it's a combo of both. You've got 3 and 2 and 1. Bring both legs straight up. Interlace the webbing of your fingers, hands behind your head. Push the legs down and away, and then float the legs up. Of course, there's no change in the shape of your pelvis or your spine. And then up. Last one, send the legs away. Hold here, right knee comes in, left armpit up and over. And switch. Work that opening of the elbows to the sides of the room. You've got 3 and 2 and 1. Legs go straight into the mat. Feet are flexed. Reach the arms up to the ceiling. Broad collarbone here. On your exhale, roll yourself all the way up, up, up. All right. Feet about the width of the mat. Arms are straight out in front of you for spine stretch. So feel some downward press through the back of the legs or even maybe the heels. Grow tall up that imaginary wall behind you. And then nod your chin, round up and over, peeling your spine away from that wall. Just reach, reach, reach. And then from tail to crown, stack your spine all the way back up. Good. Again, round up and over, reach forward, and then stack it back up. Good. Last one here. Find the opposition. So belly's pulling back, crown of the head is reaching forward, and then stack it back up. Nice work. All right. Go ahead and point the toes. Roll yourself back to where it feels like the legs are going to lighten off the mat. All right. So much that now you grab onto them. So they float up. Woo. It's my nemesis here. Push the legs into the hands. Your spine is rounded. Inhale, rock back. And then exhale, up. Inhale, rock back. Lift the hips. And then exhale, up. Whew. Each time you come up, think of growing taller in this rounded shape. And then exhale up. Let's do one more best one, last one. And then come all the way up and hold here. Bring the legs together. Let go of the legs. Arms reach out in front of you. And then roll back, roll back. Arms come down, legs float up to your 90. Let's get ready for a rollover. We'll do corkscrew. Legs go up and over behind you, and then pause here. Legs go over to the right. You roll down your right side. They lower down to the corner of the mat, over to the left corner of the mat. Legs come up and over. Find center. Legs go over to the left. You roll down the left side. Swoop the legs down and around, and come over to the right. Find center. Over to the right. Roll down. Keep hugging the legs together. They're one solid unit. This is your last one here. Roll the legs up, find center, and then from here just melt, melt, melt. Hips hit, legs stay straight up. Just reach the arms up to the ceiling. As your legs lower down, you're gonna follow your legs. All right, so lower the legs, roll up, kind of pass through your teaser. Legs come down. So feet come back to the width of the mat. Arms go out to the side like a letter T. So you're sitting up kind of uncomfortably tall here, and feel that the arms are pressing back and you're lifting tall. All right, you're gonna twist to the right. You're gonna round up and over, left pinky, right pinky toe. Work the lift of that back arm up to get you deeper into the twist, and then stack your spine up tall. Come back through center, lift and twist to the left, up and over. Get deeper in the twist as you stack up. Come back through center, one more each side, up and over. Keep equal weight into your hips. And then back up through center. Last one. Pull those toes back, lift the ribs, stack it up, come back through center. All right, so now let's come onto your stomach for a little swan dive. I'm gonna work a little bit of a modification, so do what you've gotta do. So my hands are gonna come underneath my shoulders, forehead into the mat, legs are zipped up. I'm gonna press into my hands, reach my heart forward, find my baby swan here. Pubic bone is pressing down, and then lengthen back down. Let's do one more here. Press those legs together, tailbone stays long, kind of pull yourself forward, pin the elbows back, and then lengthen back down. So I'm gonna do kind of a catch and release, right? You guys can do your circling of the arms out for your swan dive. Press yourself up, and then I'm gonna release my hands, dive down, and then back up. Legs lift as my chest goes forward. So really work the lift of the back of the thighs up. You've got 2 and 1. Awesome. All right, come onto your elbows or your forearms and drive your fists into the mat, okay? So legs are still hugging together. Feel the lift of the ribs into the back, right? So we're not sagging down. Try to float the knees up off the mat. You're gonna kick your right heel to your seat, kick, kick, and then back out. Kick, kick, and then back out. Really work the broadness across your collarbones and think more weight into your fists than your elbows. Try to keep those knees lifted up even as you go straight. You got 3 and 2 and 1. Awesome. Lower down for double leg kick. Let's go left face cheek to the mat. Hands come together, either interlace or grabbing onto your fingers. Let the elbows fall out to the sides and just feel that shoulder stretch. From here, same activation through the hips into the mat. Bend the knees, try to float the knees. You're gonna kick, kick, kick as the legs go straight. Arms go straight behind you. Lift the chest, roll the chest open. Right face cheek to the mat. Slide the hands up the back, bend the elbows, bend the knees. You kick, kick, kick. Lift up, roll the chest open. And then back out. Kick, kick, kick. And then back out. Reach, reach, reach. Last one. Kick, kick, kick. And then find that stretch. Lift those arms up high if you can, and then all the way down. All right, let's go ahead and come up to an active kneeling position for thigh stretch and chest expansion. So knees are about hip socket distance apart. I'm gonna think of pressing down into the shins and the tops of my feet. Arms go out in front of me. And just pause here for a second. Find your long line. Think of those arms pressing down into an imaginary table and your pubic bone is going forward. Keep all of these things and then hinge back. Hinge back to where you can and then press into those feet to lift yourself up. And then up. Keep working the length of the tailbone. And then up. You only go to where you can. And then up. Let's do one more here. Imagine you've got a ball between those inner thighs, so hug in on the ball, come all the way up. Now press the arms down and back, lean into the wind. Feel that broadness once again across your chest. Turn your head to the right. Turn your head to the left. Turn your head to center. And then float the arms back out in front. Do a tiny lean back. Press the arms down and back. Reach for your ankles. Lean into the wind. Turn your head to the left. Turn your head to the right, turn your head to center, and then slowly release. All right, let's come seated again. Legs are gonna be straight out in front of you. If you have a safety strap or a strap at the end, feel free to use it for neck pull, all right? All right, so feet are flexed. Interlace the webbing of your fingers. Hands go behind the base of your skull. Traction the head up and into your hands. From here, you hinge back as far as you can. And then when you can't go any further, you curl the hips under, round your spine, roll all the way back. Head hits the mat. Try your best to keep the elbows wide as you roll yourself all the way up, round forward. And then stack your spine all the way up. 2 more here. Go back, stretch back, and then round all the way back. Head hits the mat, pop yourself all the way up. As you round forward, keep the push of the head up and into the hands, and then stack it back up. Again, last one here. Go all the way back, and then boop yourself back up. Reach your chest to your shins, and then stack it back up. Okay, so I guess we'll do 3.5, because this time we're gonna go back and we're gonna stay back there. So go ahead and lean back, and then round back, round back, round back, round back. Okay, so let's get ready for another rollover. I'm gonna scoot down a little bit for our scissors and our bicycles. So arms, weight them into the mat. Hug those legs together, point out through the toes, float the legs up and over, find your rollover shape here. Take your hands, place them in your imaginary back pockets. To scoot down a little bit here to clear that bar. So just find the space in the front of your throat. Reach your right leg straight up to the ceiling as your left leg kind of reaches back. And then you scissor switch. Think of pushing that leg up and away and switch. And feel as if those hips are sliding up the hands, up to the ceiling. The next time your left leg is out, you're gonna bend the knee. Think of scraping those toes across the mat and then bring it back in. So for your bicycle. Now my toes are going nowhere near the mat. I'm not there yet, but I'm thinking of it. All right, let's just do 2. We won't reverse. Last one. Now bring the legs together, zipped up, arms back down into the mat. Roll your hips down, pause here. Bend the knees, place the feet into the floor. Now, if you know the advanced version, you want to keep your hands underneath your hips for bridge, you're more than welcome. My body is not feeling that today. So from here, equal weight into your feet, roll your hips up, find your bridge, and just pause here. All right, anchor down through those arms. Right knee comes into the chest, goes straight up. You lower the leg down and then kick it up. Lower the leg down and up. You go as far down as you can, keeping those hips steady. And up for 2, up. Last one, lower the leg down, drag it across the mat, place the foot down. Left knee into your chest, left leg goes straight up. Reach it across the room and back up. Even though the legs are split, keep them hugging together. Keep your neckline long, upper arm bones into the mat. Last one here, reach the leg away, come all the way down, shave the mat with your foot, find center, and then melt all the way down. Once again, straighten the legs, flex the feet, reach the arms up to the ceiling, and then roll yourself all the way up, and then just round forward. All right, so spine twist. You can either take arms out to the side or hands behind your head. So I think I'm gonna do hands behind my head today. So lift up tall, feel your head traction back and into your hands. If your hands are there, elbows reach wide. You're gonna lift up and then twist to the right. We twist, 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 and then come back through center, grow tall. We lift and twist to the left. We lift, 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 and then come back through center. I'll show the straight arm variation. You lift and twist to the right, look back at that right hand, you twist, 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 come back through center. Feel your upper back work here. Open up your wingspan, you twist, 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 and then come back to center. Reach the arms out in front of you, point out through the toes, and then roll back. Gonna get set up for your jackknife. So another rollover, plant the arms down, press the legs together, legs come up and over. Find your rollover shape here. Weights in the shoulders once again. Now from here, reach the toes up to the sky. Think of opening up your hips to the wall behind you and then just lower the legs down. I'm a little limited with my tower here. Reach the legs up, 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 and then back down. Again, reach the legs up. You're trying to keep those hips still. Now find your jackknife for today and then roll down, roll down, roll down. Send the legs away as they lower all the way down. Whew. Let's turn over onto your side. I'm gonna be on my right side. Body's up against the mat. Feet are gonna be swept forward. So we have options. You can be lying down. You can be kind of on your elbow here. So with your head in your hands, we're not resting. It's a lift, okay? So top hand can be behind your head or it can be into the mat. Take your option. Both feet start flex, dig the bottom heel into the mat, make the top leg longer than your bottom leg. Kick the leg forward, kick, kick, point the toes, you sweep it back. You kick, 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 and then sweep it back. I think I need a little bit more help here. Push that heel away, Point the toes and press it back. Reach it back. Flex the foot, sweep it forward. Point the toes, sweep it back. One more here. Point the toes and then sweep it back. All right, transitional beats. So both legs are zipped up together. If you can, take your hands behind your head, and then you're gonna roll over onto your stomach. Elbows go wide, push the head up and into your hands. Pubic bone presses down. Open, close beats here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You hold. Maybe the legs lift up higher. Open, close beats here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. And then lower down. You're going to roll over onto your other side. But I'm going to continue to face you. So find that same position that you had. Just adjust my microphone there. Okay. So anchor down through the bottom heel. Head presses back and into your hands if you're there. Top leg, you sweep it forward and then press it back. So we're trying not to let those ribs sag down, even if you're lying all the way down. Keep working the reach of the leg back. Reach it back, reach back. 2 more here. Ears are reaching away from your shoulders, right? There's always an opposition. Bring the legs zipped up together and then lower the legs down. All right, so let's get ready for teaser. Another one of my nemesis here. So let's start legs zipped up together, toes are pointed. Just reach the arms out in front of you and just roll yourself all the way back. All right, so do what you can here. Knees bent, legs straight. All right, you do you. So press the hands into the mat first. Find parallel with the legs to start. Curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. Float the legs up and then come up into your teaser. So just keep your hands into the mat and feel this opposition as you push down and your belly draws back. Then from here, you lower down, everything lowers down, head and heels hit at the same time. So if you want to stay with that option, you stay there. Otherwise, arms can float up. When you're ready, use your exhale. Everything rolls up, rolls up. Find the top of your teaser today. And hold here. Just turn the palms facing up to the ceiling. Turn the palms facing down. Turn the palms facing up. Turn the palms facing down. Last one, turn the palms facing up and turn the palms facing down. Can you float the arms up as you roll all the way back, back, back? Okay, so let's add on, all right? Arms come up, do what you can. Roll yourself up, up, up. If it gets to be too much in the hip flexors, come more of a heels together, toes apart. All right, turn the palms facing up. We circle the arms for 3, 2, and 1. You hold, reverse for 3, 2, 1. From here, keep the palms facing up, bend the elbows, place the elbows into the mat. So for hip twists, it's impossible for me to be on my hands, so do what you can. I'm on my elbows today. So legs are gonna be straight. I'm gonna go Pilates V. Feel the lift of your chest up. Legs go over to the right. They lower down, around, and up, and then find center, kind of like corkscrew, but way worse. And then up. Keep the press down into the elbows. I don't think I reversed on that side. And around, do 1 more here. Around, reach, 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 reach. Good. Bend the knees in, place the feet down. All right, swimming. Come onto your stomach. Arms reach long, forehead is into the mat. Try to keep the legs zipped up together here. Feel the energy out through your toes, out through your arms, and think of that low belly lifting up to support your low back. You lift everything up, think arms higher than your head, and start your swim. So alternate leg and arm. And find your 100 breathing. Last one. And then lengthen as you come all the way down. All right, hands come underneath your shoulders. So if you're on a padded mat like this, if you need to come off onto the floor, please do so. I know it can be tough on the wrist. So tuck the toes under, Zip the legs up together, find your head to tail length, and then just press yourself up. So find your plank here. Lift the sternum into your back. Gaze is slightly out in front. We lift the right leg up. We lower it down. Lift the left leg up and down. And down, up and down, up and down, up and down. All right, knees come down. We transition over, seated, facing the end of the mat again. So no fancy transition today. All right, hands come behind you. I see some people with fingertips facing in. I like fingertips facing out, much nicer on my wrist. So point out through the toes, either parallel or Pilates V. Drive the hips up to the ceiling for your reverse plank. Feel the push down into those hands. If you can, right leg comes up and down. Left leg comes up and down. Up and down. Up and down. One more each side. Up and down. Up and down. And then lower all the way down. Grab onto your ankles, pull yourself forward, and then stack your spine up tall. Whew, we are flying today. Come up back onto your knees for our side kick kneeling. All right, so start with your legs zipped up together. Arms go out to the side like a letter T. We're gonna teapot ourselves over to the left. Right hand comes behind the head, left hand behind the mat, right leg steps out to the side and pause. Just feel this amazing stretch, this lovely side bend, really exaggerate it. Now feel the push down through that left shin. Keep the shape of your spine. Float that top leg up. You sweep it forward and then kick it back. Sweep it forward and kick it back. Keep working that lift of the top elbow up and back. Let's do 2. Last one. Bring the leg back in line with your body. Bend the knee. Top arm comes up. Teapot yourself back up. And then over to the other side. With control, with grace, of course. Push that head into your hands. Create space in your upper back. Top leg floats up. And then sweep it back. You're trying to keep that bottom hip over your knee. Try, keyword. It's a lot of strength, a lot of flexibility too. You've got 2 and 1. Back in line with your bottom leg or your body. Arm comes up. Teapot yourself all the way up. And now we're gonna teapot ourselves back over to the left, all right? So bring that hand down to the mat and come onto your side, your left side. So if you need, you can be Z-sit or you can have the legs zipped up together. So from here, take your right hand onto that right shin. Find that push-pull action. Zip the legs up together. Opposite arm comes up. We side bend up and over. And then stack your spine up tall. Left hand comes to the mat. Right arm comes up and over. So use that push into that bottom hand to lift those ribs up and away. Stack the spine up. Right hand comes down. Left arm comes up and over. And then back up. Hand comes down, up and over. Last one here. You're trying to reach that right hip down to the floor. Keep it reaching down to the floor as you let go, and then hand comes down. All right, so we're gonna transition right into side bend. So legs can either be stacked or they can be like heel to toe or staggered. So knees are gonna start bent because you're gonna think of launching yourself with your legs, okay? Left hand is out to the side. From here, find your side plank, okay? Top arm is up to the ceiling, legs are energized. I'm gonna take my top arm up and over as I lift my hips, look down at that left hand, and then as my arm comes up, my hips start to lower down, top arm comes down, reach for my feet, hips dip down, and then lift the hips back up, arms come up and over, look down at that bottom hand if you can. Last one, let's finish this rep, arms come down. Dip the hips, come back up, find your side plank, bend into the knees to lower all the way down. Let's do the other side. First, starting with that lovely lateral flexion of the spine. So once again, legs and hand are energized here. Opposite arm comes up, you side bend up and over. Keep that chest open. You come up, hand comes down to the mat. Left arm comes up and over. Bend into the elbow if you need. And then back up. I have super long orangutan arms, right? So otherwise I feel like I can't go anywhere. And then back up. Enjoy this. Think of that bottom ear reaching up and over the shoulder. And then back up. Remember, after this, we come to our side plank or our side bend. So get yourself set up however you wish. If you're in the staggered position, your top leg goes forward, bottom leg goes back. All right, do whatever feels best with your top arm for now. Launch yourself out to your side plank. Hold here. Top arm goes up and over. Big reach. Look down at that bottom hand if you can. Arm comes up. Reach it for your feet as your hips dip down. And then up and over. Dip the hips down. And then all the way up, up, up. Come back to your side plank. Bend into the knees to lower everything down. Whew, nice work. All right, so let's get set up for another rollover. It's a lot of rocking and rolling from here on out. Okay, so let's go legs zipped up together. Right leg crossed over your left leg. All right, so for boomerang, there's a lot of things going on. So if you miss something, don't worry, just keep moving. So hug the legs together, point out through the toes. Reach the arms out in front of you. From here, you roll yourself back. All right, I'm gonna take my hands into the mat for this one. You're gonna float the legs up, find a cross-legged teaser. Roll yourself back, find your rollover here. From the hips, you open the legs, you close the legs, and then roll all the way down. You're gonna follow your legs, roll yourself up, find the top of your teaser, palms face up, bend the elbows, arms swoop back behind you. You can take your hands together if you'd like. Lift the arms up. They open out wide to the sides and then reach forward. I'm gonna turn around because I'm hitting all kinds of things behind me. So now your left leg should be crossed over your right leg, all right? Arms, take them into the mat if you needed that assist. Roll yourself back, push into your hands, float the legs up. As you roll back, roll up and over. From the hips, you open, you cross the legs, roll down, lengthen down, follow the legs, come all the way up, find your teaser. Turn your palms facing up, bend the elbows, lower the legs, reach the arms back behind you. Circle the arms out wide and then out in front. Let's do two more here because they're lovely, right? Press down into the hands, roll yourself back. Open, uncross, recross the legs, and then melt, melt, melt. Follow the legs, come up. Boomerang arms, they go back behind you. Lift the arms, circle them out wide, reach for your toes. Stack your spine up tall. Last one, best one here. Hands into the mat. Roll yourself back. Uncross, recross the legs. Roll down, hips hit. Roll yourself up. Lower down with control. Lift the ribs as the arms circle around and reach forward. Fabulous. All right, so from here, let's do some funky fun stuff, okay? So I'm gonna bring my heels together, kind of toes apart. And then I'm gonna take my hands in between my legs and grab onto the sides of my feet. So I'm kind of cupping either my heels or the sides of my feet. So I'm gonna walk my feet in a little bit. I'm gonna press my elbows into my legs, but hug the legs into my elbows. Your spine is rounded. It feels very scrunched up, so do your best. I'm gonna try to float the legs up here. I like to do a tester here to see where my body's at today. So keeping your balance, you're gonna open the legs and then close the legs. So like you're clapping your heels together. Feel that this is coming from the hips. Okay, bring the heels together. You're gonna rock back and balance and do just that. So rock back, balance on your shoulders, clap, clap, clap. Roll yourself up. Can you balance at the top? We clap, clap, clap. Roll yourself back. It's a lovely low back hip opener. Roll yourself up. You clap, clap, clap. Last one here, make it your best one. Last one, we clap, clap, clap. Roll yourself up and then lower it down. Now from here, we cross the ankle. So I have my right ankle cross over my left ankle. I'm gonna grab onto the sides of my feet once again, but now I'm reaching from the front. All right, so I'm not gonna do the rolling onto the head today. We'll just do the rock back and the opening and closing of the legs. So push the legs into the hands into your legs. You're gonna rock back, balance on your shoulders, open, close the legs. So now you just uncross, recross, and then rock yourself up, find balance, and then come back. Uncross, recross, and then rock back up. Last one, uncross, recross, and then come all the way back, up, up, up. All right, you still with me? Let's come on to the stomach. Whew. For some rocking. All right, so reach your arms out in front of you. We'll try to get fancy into this. Legs are reaching long, pubic bone is pressing into the mat. You're gonna circle the arms around as you bend your knees, and you're gonna try to grab onto the tops of your feet or your ankles. I like tops of the feet. I feel like I get more lift from it. So from here, press your feet into your hands, roll the chest open, lift up into your bow position, and then lower back down, right? So you're just feeling where you're at today. Roll the chest open, push the feet into the hands, and then lower down. So you want to stay with that, you stay with that. Otherwise, we're going to breathe and we're going to try to rock. So let your breath move you. Lift up into your bow position and you breathe. The more you use that push of the hands or the legs into the hands, the more you're going to rock. For 3 and 2 and 1, lower down. Let's roll over onto your back. Almost there. 2 more moves, y'all. So first, some control balance. All right. So arms are weighted into the mat. Legs go straight up to the ceiling or down to your low working angle. Roll yourself up and over. Find your rollover position here. So you're going to stay balancing on your shoulders. Circle the arms around behind you. Maybe you have to do one at a time. It's been a hot minute since I've done this. Lower your right leg down. Maybe you have to lift the hands up to grab onto that leg. And then just pause here. Push the leg up and into your hands to deepen the opening in the back body. Keep that energy as you reach the left leg up and away. And then you carefully, with control, switch. Now, if you're super flexy, you can bring the foot all the way down to the mat. Just make sure that the weight is not on your neck, it's on your shoulders. My, oh my, it's been a hot minute since I've done this. Last one, so ending on that opposite leg that you started with. Bring the legs together, balance as you circle the arms around, and then roll yourself all the way down. Lower the legs all the way down to the mat. All right, so from here, let's go ahead. Roll yourself up, 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 and we're gonna come to standing and finish with our push-up. So you might not be able to see my head, but I'll meet you down in the mat. So start standing at the end of your mat here. We'll only do 2 sets. Feet are about hip socket distance apart. All 10 toes are pointing forward. Reach the arms up to the sky. Big breath in. And then on your exhale, nod your chin, round down. Hands connect to the mat. You walk out in 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause here. Bend the elbows, pin them back behind you, and then press yourself up. It's a narrow push-up. And then up. Last one. Press yourself up. Pike the hips up. Steady the hips as you walk your hands back in. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll yourself all the way up. Reach the arms up to the sky. Last one, best one here. Nod your chin. Round up and over. Walk yourself out. Reach the heart forward as you bend the elbows. Then press yourself up. Get those legs stronger. They're at the party. Last one. Up. Pike the hips up. Walk back. 4, 3, 2, 1. I think I gave myself an extra one on that one. Nice work, y'all. I'll see you next time.